Today we're making this super simple, unbelievably delicious, no-knead garlic bread, loaded with fresh garlic and butter and herbs and spices and oh, it's amazing! Amazing! So good. Yum. For a full copy of today's recipe, check us out on Facebook at Poppy's Cucina or right here on YouTube under the Community tab. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is roast our garlic. So in this small baking dish, I have 8 cloves of roughly chopped garlic. I chopped up 1 small shallot, and to this I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of salted butter, and we're going to roast it in the preheated 350 degree oven for just about 15-20 minutes. We just want this to be nice, tender, and super flavorful. Alright, so into the oven it's going to go. Pull this out of the oven. Look at it! But we're going to allow this to cool for a good 30 minutes before we add it to our dough. So while we're waiting, so in the meantime, here I have 1.5 cups of water that I dissolved 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. Don't worry about tasting the sweet. The sugar is there solely to feed the yeast. So you want to check your temperature. You want to be between 110 and 120 degrees, so we're perfect. I've actually been getting a lot of questions about this too. This is an infrared thermometer gun. I got it on Amazon. You want to make sure you just give it a stir before you check because it only checks the surface temperature. See, it was a little warmer on the bottom. It's 119, but it's still where we need to be. So now to this, we're going to add 1 packet of active dry yeast, or if you're using loose yeast, it is 2¼ teaspoons. All right, so we're going to stir this in. And then we're going to allow this to bloom for about anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. You're going to see it's going to have a nice big old head on it, about 1 inch high, and it's going to smell like beer. And then I'm going to want a beer. All right, so we're going to allow this to bloom. So now while we're waiting for the butter to cool, the yeast to bloom, in our large bowl I had 3.5 cups of bread flour. If you don't have bread flour, it's okay. You can always just use all-purpose. To this I added 2 teaspoons of regular salt, 1.5 teaspoons of granulated garlic, along with 1 teaspoon of onion salt. So now we're going to mix this all together till everything is fully incorporated and mixed up together. Nice. Easy so far, right? It's the only tool you're going to need. And once your yeast has this beautiful 1-inch head on top, it's ready to use. So we're going to pour this all right inside on top of our now blended flour mixture. Make sure you get all of that in here. And now also with this, we are going to add our now cooled garlic, shallot, and butter mixture. Get this all right in there. Oh, so good. It smells amazing. Alright, so now we're just going to mix this all up with that fork that I showed you until there is no more loose flour. That's it. That's all you're going to have to do. Fun. Just like that. Now we're going to cover this tightly with some plastic wrap and put it in a warm spot to proof for 1 hour. You can do more if you want, but it just needs 1 hour. So into a warm spot it's going to go. Alright, so the dough's been proofing for a little bit over an hour, probably like 1 hour and 15 minutes, but you can see how big it got. It's huge! So about 25 minutes ago, I started preheating the oven to 425 degrees, and once it hit temperature, I put in my Dutch oven to preheat for 15 minutes. That's a very important step. Alright, so I scraped my dough out onto a lightly floured surface. So this is a no-knead recipe. So all we're going to do is we're going to fold it on itself until we have a beautiful, smooth bowl of bread. So I'm just going to keep doing that a couple times. The dough is a little bit sticky. That's okay. It's going to make a super, super moist loaf of bread. Almost lost this garlic. Got to get this in there. Get in there. All right. Just like that. Easy, right? So onto a sheet of parchment paper it goes, and so now we carefully remove the lid from our Dutch oven, and now we're going to carefully lower the bowl of parchment paper into the Dutch oven. Okay. And we are going to drizzle this with a little bit of olive oil. Like use a spray. Just like that. It helps to give it a nice crunchy crust. Alright, then we're going to make a little incision across the top. Put the lid back on and then back into the preheated 425 degree oven. It's going to go for 30 minutes. That's it, just 30 minutes. So make sure you set that timer. Can't wait. Oh, you can smell that garlic already. Alright, so 30 minutes later, it's time for the big reveal. I haven't seen this yet. Let's see. Whoa! Wow. Wow. Look at the size of this thing. Oh, the garlic's still trying to escape, but it smells amazing. It's got a beautiful color, but we want to get a little bit darker, so we're going to put it back in the oven, probably for about another 10 minutes, depending on how dark you want it. You could do 5, 15. But yeah, oh, look at that beautiful crunchy crust. We'll see this in a couple minutes. Back in the oven, it's going to go. Uncovered this time. And 8 minutes later, it's ready. Look at it. Oh, it's got that beautiful color too. So now, very, very important. You want to take this out of the Dutch oven because the Dutch oven is super, super, super hot. And it's going to continue to cook while it's sitting in there. So let's see. Make sure the bottom looks good. Yeah, see? It's starting to get a nice dark crust. This is ready. But it's also super hot, so we're going to allow this to cool for a few minutes before we give this a try. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Bon appetit. If you're a fan of garlic bread, this is the only bread you need in your life. Crispy. Buttery. So garlicky. It's amazing. It's so good. I might cry. It's so easy. Oh my gosh, imagine cutting that up, toasting it, and using it for the base of a bruschetta. Yes! Or serving that with pasta. Yes! So delicious! You gotta try it. If you do, let us know. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Poppy's Cucina. Thanks!
Oh, you're still here? What are you waiting for? Some bread? Oh, a cocktail! Okay, let's do it! Alright, so for today's White Claw Margarita, doesn't that sound good? We'll see. We're going to start with 1.5 ounces of tequila. We're going to do 1/2 ounce of Grand Marnier. Do 1 ounce of lime juice. Now we're going to do just a splash of simple syrup. We're going to give this a quick shake. That's it. And then we're going to top it with some White Claw. Would have been best, but I don't have lime. I have the citrus yuzu smash. So we're going to do that right on top. And now we're ready to give it a try. Fun! Salud! That is quite delicious. Not gonna lie. It probably would have been better with the lime White Claw, but it's a sparkling margarita. Spritzy, refreshing, oh so fabulous. Alright, so if you try this drink, let us know. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Take care.